Hi, I'm Dr. Keith Ablow with another Pain to Power video. This one is about following the breadcrumbs. And no, it's not going to take you to a cottage in the forest. The breadcrumbs, what do I mean by that? What I mean is this. It's a lot more interesting to live your life thinking, there's probably order to the universe. I call it God, but you want to call it order to the universe or synchronicity, that's just fine. But you've lived so many days of your life. Think of all of the people you've met, all the events that have transpired, your interactions with your parents, everyone who has influenced you. It wouldn't be beyond the realm of possibility, would it, for things to be put in your path, for things to be literally waiting for you to notice and take advantage of? Call it magnetism if you like, but being very aware that there may well be breadcrumbs laid out for you in a path that leads you somewhere very good will make you more alert. It will make you sort of expectant that, the next person I meet, the next call that I get, the next thing I read, it could be important to me in a special way. So let's say you were going on a trip and you felt like, man, I don't know. It seems like such a pain. Well, why think of that if you can think instead of it as a bit of a treasure hunt? Don't think that these things are so random. After all, you could have said no. You didn't. For some reason, you're headed to that very spot on that very plane or on that very train, and you're checking into that hotel. Be alert. Think to yourself, wait a second. Maybe there's something special for me that I'm going to discover on this journey. Otherwise, why would it be a page of my life story? Why would this be happening? I don't think you need to be obsessed with it, but I think it's very important to say things are not random. I don't think they are. I think a lot of things are sort of meant to be for you and for me. And you can make the best of it if you think to yourself, okay, I'm going to be very aware of it. I'm not going to ignore it if I'm seated next to somebody and that person says, oh, that sweatshirt, interesting. I went to that school too. That could be a very short discussion, or you could say, what does this fellow do? Maybe there's some kind of synergy to be struck up. Be aware, follow the breadcrumbs. What you decide to do in your life, the next question you decide to ask, the trips you make, the projects you undertake. You can stay at a surface level with those, or you can decide, no, I'm going to follow a few more breadcrumbs down the path here and really see what I can make of this. What does that invite in? Well, optimism for one thing, because there's a sense of excitement and momentum. And that's a very good thing. And it's appropriate because after all, you're writing your story every day. And the next pages have been foreshadowed. Just think of it as writing. You don't have to think about this as a sixth sense or as be superstitious about it. Just think of yourself as the author of your life story. Any author foreshadows what's going to come next. Hence, be aware of that. Be thinking, that could relate to the next chapter that I've been intending to write. You want to be an artist. You want to be a politician. You want to meet somebody that you can have an emotional relationship with, a romantic relationship with. All of these things have already been woven in terms of the foundation of the prior chapters of your life. Now it's time to actualize them. Why think of it as random? You've prepared the road ahead. Now just take the steps and think, it's okay if I think there's a footprint up there. Maybe it's kind of my footprint in advance. Follow the breadcrumbs.